Hey guys, welcome back to Obsessed with Videos for another update. This time, it's the first proper multimedia update of this year. And by that, I mean an update that doesn't just include cinema tickets like the previous ones of 2025. Because not only are there 8 cinema tickets in this update, but there are also the first 3 OWV Cinema posters of 2025, 3 DVDs, with one of them being a rental DVD, 5 standard Blu-Rays, with 3 of them being retail Blu-Rays, 1 being a rental Blu-ray, and with the DVDs, 1 rental DVD and 1 rental DVD and 2 retails, and 1 of the Blu-Rays being a 2-disc box set, and 4 4K Blu-Rays in this update. But let's get started with the OWV Cinema posters, in which the first one is the Phantom, The Ghost Who Walks, rated 12. Its original release year was 1996. Its UK theatrical release date was February 21st, 1997. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Paramount Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, and The Lad Company. Next one is Down to Earth, starring Chris Rock, from the directors of American Pie, who are Chris and Paul Weitz. Rated 12. Its original release year was 2001. Its UK theatrical release date was June 8th, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Paramount Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, and Alphaville Films, and NVP Entertainment, and 3 Arts Entertainment. And the third and final OWV Cinema poster in this update is Zoolander, starring Ben Stiller, rated 12. Its original release year was 2001. Its UK theatrical release date was September 28th, 2001. And its UK theatrical distributor was United International Pictures. And it was released by United International Pictures, Paramount Pictures, Village Roadshow Pictures, and VH1 Films. And now on to the cinema tickets, in which the first one is Mickey 17, which is rated 15. I saw this one at Cineworld in Wakefield on April 1st, 2025 at 1:15 p.m. and I was in Screen 7, Row D and Seat 3. Next one is A Working Man, which is rated 15. I saw this at Cineworld in Wakefield on April 2nd, 2025 at 2:20 p.m. and I was in Screen 1, Row J and Seat 7. Next one is Death of a Unicorn, which is rated 15. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on April 8th, 2025 at 11:30 a.m. and I was in Screen 13, Row D and Seat 6. Next one is Novocaine, which is rated 15. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on April 9th, 2025 at 4:50 p.m. and I was in Screen 1, Row D and Seat 6. Next one is The Amateur, which is rated 12A. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on April 14th, 2025 at 11 a.m. and I was in Screen 4, Row F and Seat 5. Next one is Drop, which is rated 15. I saw this at Showcase Cinema Deluxe in Leeds on April 15th, 2025 at 5 p.m. and I was in Screen 5, Row E and Seat 6. And this film was released by Universal Pictures, Platinum Dunes and Blumhouse Productions. And with that said, Remember earlier this year when I went to Cineworld in Castleford for the last time to see the opening to Wolfman, which was also from Blumhouse, and I thought that because Blumhouse mainly make horror films and I don't usually see horror films at the cinema, that it would probably be the only time for at least a long time that I would see the Blumhouse logo in the cinema. Well, with this film, I was proved wrong. And it turns out that with Wolfman, that wouldn't be the only time that I see the Blumhouse logo on the big screen, or at least the opening of Wolfman, and that there would be more to come possibly in the future, including Drop, which I actually went to see at the cinema. Next one is The Penguin Lessons, which is rated 12A. I saw this at Cineworld in Wakefield on April 22nd, 2025 at 2:20 p.m. and I was in Screen 2, Row D and Seat 13. And the final cinema ticket in this update is Warfare, which is rated 15. But because this is a Cineworld lead cinema ticket, it doesn't show the H rating on there, even though I know for a fact that it was rated 15 because it said it on the Cineworld website and with the BBFC card at the start and all that kind of stuff. I saw it on April 24th, 2025 at 1 p.m. and I was in Screen 2, Row J and Seat 9. And now that we're done with the posters and cinema tickets in this update, now onto the home media releases, starting with the DVDs. And starting off with the one rental DVD that I've got in this update is Transamerica, starring Felicity Huffman, Kevin Zegers, and Fiona Flanagan. I think that's how you pronounce her name. 2 Oscar nominations for Best Actress for Felicity Huffman and Best Song. Winner of Golden Globe for Best Actress for Felicity Huffman for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama. Life is a Journey, Bring an Open Mind. Desperate Housewives, Felicity is amazing. Desperate Housewives, Felicity Huffman is amazing. Rated 15 in the UK and in Ireland, for rental viewing only. Even though with the stuff that's on the DVD, like at the end of the DVD, after the Pathé warning screen, it for some reason features the Fox not for rental screen, even though this is a rental DVD. Maybe it was a mistake because it was a transfer from the exact print from the retail DVD. Not sure why, but it is quite an oddity though. And it's kind of ironic because for rental viewing only, and then you have the warning screen at the end of the DVD that says not for rental. Don't know why that is, but maybe it could be because of like an error or something, because they were copying the exact print from the retail DVD. Anyway, this is a release from Fox and Pathé from 2006. And there's the disc itself with a coming soon to rent advert for Confetti. And now onto the 2 retail DVDs, in which the first one is Unfaithful, starring Richard Gere, Diane Lane, and Olivia Martinez. An Adrian Lyne film from the director of Fatal Attraction. Wild and wonderful, an intense, raunchy suspense chiller, according to Paul Ross of News of the World. This is a release from 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment and Regency Enterprises. The film's from 2002, but this DVD is from early 2003, I presume. At least I think it's from early 2003. I mean, it definitely is from some point in 2003, because it says it over there. And there's the disc itself. And the final DVD in this update is Virtuosity, starring Denzel Washington. Justice Needs a New Program. This is a Paramount Home Entertainment release The film's from 1995, but the DVD is from 2001. And there's the disc itself. And now onto the 5 Blu-rays, starting off with the retail releases. The first one is Bad Boys Ride or Die, starring Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. This is a release from Elevation Sales and Sony Pictures Home Entertainment from last year. This is also a film from It's a film from Don Simpson, Jerry Bruckheimer Films, Westbrook Studios, and Columbia Pictures. And considering that this is a 2024 film that was released on home media in that year, it also features the print logo for Columbia Pictures 100 Years over there, alongside the print logos for, obviously, Westbrook Studios and Sony. And there's the disc itself. Next one is If, starring Kaylee Fleming, Ryan Reynolds, John Krasinski, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Louis Gossett Jr. and Steve Carell. 4 stars, full of imagination, according to Robbie Collin, of chief film critic of The Telegraph. This is a release from Elevation Sales and Paramount Home Entertainment from last year. This is also a film that's co-produced by Paramount Pictures, Maximum Effort, and Sunday Night Productions. And there's the disc itself, rated U in the UK and PG in Ireland. Next one is Twister, from the producers of Jurassic Park and the director of Speed, The Dark Side of Nature. This is a Universal Studios home entertainment release from... The film's from 1996, but the Blu-ray's from 2009. With this film, it was released by Warner Brothers in North America, but Universal internationally. And then with its sequel, Twisters, which came out last year, it did it the other way round, where it was released by Universal in North America, but Warner Brothers handled international distribution. And there's the disc itself, rated PG in the UK, but 12 in Ireland. And as of the recent 4K Blu-ray release of the film that came out in October last year, on the same day that Twisters came out on 4K, it's now rated 12 in both the UK and Ireland on home media. And now onto the one rental Blu-ray that I've got in this update, which is Whip It, a rental copy. The directorial debut from Drew Barrymore, starring Ellen Page, or Elliot Page as he's now known. But this was back when he was before they became a he and they were referred to as a she and they were Ellen Page. So this was before Page was transgender, before she changed her gender and became a he and became Elliot Page. Sorry for going on a bit of a tangent there, but bags of attitude and terrific performances. It's official now, Drew Barrymore rocks, according to OK Magazine. This is a Lionsgate home entertainment release. The film's from 2009, but in the UK it was released theatrically in, I think, April of 2010, and then later on would come out on DVD and Blu-ray in, later on in 2010. This is also a film that's co-produced by Mandate Pictures. Even though with the opening of the Blu-ray, it's got the 2006 Lionsgate logo, followed by the Blu-ray's main menu, and then it uses the US print of the film with the Fox Searchlight Pictures logo. Rental copy, resale restricted. And there's the disc itself. And now onto the 2-disc Blu-ray box set, which I've got in this update, which is the 2-movie collection of Scream 5 and Scream 6 from 2022 and 2023, respectively. This is a release from Elevation Sales, Paramount Home Entertainment, and Spyglass Media Group. Bit of a tongue twister there. From the box set's from 2023, but individually the discs are from 2022 and 2023. And there's the disc for Scream 5, or as it's referred to on here, Scream 2022 from 2022. And the disc for Scream 6 from 2023. And now that we're done with the standard Blu-rays, now let's get on with the 4K Blu-rays. First one is Breakdown, starring Kurt Russell, from Elevation Sales and Paramount Home Entertainment through the Paramount Scares label, which is a label of Paramount that was launched recently that releases horror and thriller films under that label. Like, they've also released films like The Ring and World War Z and A Quiet Place Day 1 and Smile 2 under that label. And also Heart Eyes, to name a few. The film's from 1997, but the 4K Blu-ray is from last year, 2024. And there's the 4K disc, and there's the standard Blu-ray disc. Next one is Deadpool and Wolverine from Elevation Sales, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, Marvel Studios, and 20th Century Studios. Even though on the film itself, the 20th Century Studios logo, 20th Century Studios is nowhere to be seen, but and only the Marvel Studios logo appears at the start and the end, with the Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures in credit distributed by the notice. However, with all that said, at some point during the end credits, when they were showing the behind-the-scenes stuff from the original 2000s X-Men films that were released by Fox and Marvel, at the end of that, they did show a bit of the 2009 to 2020 20th Century Fox logo, possibly as a tribute. So I guess that probably gives another reason to add 20th Century Studios there, alongside the fact that Fox did release the other 2 Deadpool films. So it kind of does make sense in a way to have both the Marvel Studios and 20th Century Studios logo on the cover and on the artwork for the discs as well. Speaking of, there's the 4K Blu-ray disc and the standard Blu-ray disc. The 4K disc has Wolverine on it, and the standard Blu-ray has Deadpool on it. Next one is one of my favourite films from last year, Inside Out 2. This is a release from Elevation Sales, Buena Vista Home Entertainment, and Disney and Pixar from last year. It was released, it was rated U on theatrical prints and on DVD, but on the 4K Blu-ray and standard Blu-ray prints, it's rated PG. But apparently on the 4K disc, apparently the 4K disc is rated U, but the standard Blu-ray is rated PG, although in Ireland it's still rated G. The reason it was rated, I guess the reason why the standard Blu-ray was rated PG in the UK is because of like special features and stuff. Because the main feature is still rated U. So I can imagine that the special features bump the standard Blu-ray up to a PG. And the final 4K Blu-ray in this update, and the final thing I've got to show overall in this update, is Twisters. Speaking of Twister, here's its sequel, Twisters, from last year, starring Daisy Edgar-Jones, Glenn Powell, and Anthony Ramos. However you pronounce his last name. And directed by the director of Minari. I'm trying to remember his name. Probably says it on the back. Lee Isaac Chung. This is a release from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, and this is also, as I've mentioned before, a film that's co-produced by Universal Pictures. Like, this is a film that was, again, co-produced between Warner Brothers Pictures, Universal Pictures, and Amblin Entertainment. And by the way, Lee Isaac Chung was also the director of Minari, as I mentioned earlier, and a few years ago was rumoured to direct a live-action remake of the anime film Your Name for Paramount Pictures, Nickelodeon Movies, and Bad Robot Productions, and also Toho as well. But I haven't heard much out of that project since, so I don't know what's happening with that. But at least he got his English-American, whatever, directorial debut in Twisters. So that would predate whatever other films he has, other American or English films he has coming up afterwards. And there's the disc itself with the Warner Brothers Home Entertainment 2024 logo and the 2021 revision of the 2012 print logo for Universal Pictures there. And by the way, one more thing about Breakdown that I forgot to mention was that when this film was originally released, it was released in America by Paramount Pictures, but in the UK, distribution was handled by 20th Century Fox. But now, as of the last year's UK 4K Blu-ray release of the film, both the international and domestic rights of the film are now owned by Paramount Pictures. Kind of in a similar way to, like, what has happened with True Lies, where in America that film was released by 20th Century Fox, but Universal handled international distribution. But nowadays, Disney owns both Disney through 20th Century Studios handles both international and domestic distribution for True Lies, hence why it's on Disney, hence one of the reasons why it was on Disney Plus, and also why Disney released the film on, like, Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray last year. Like, they handled it both in America and both domestically and internationally. So that concludes this update, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and see you later.